All right, so happy Tuesday. I know it's snowing, but it's going to be a good day anyways. Let's start off with our daily pledge. Today is a new day. I'm ready to be the best me I can be. I will listen so I can learn. I will try hard so my brain can grow. I will not give up. I can learn anything I put my mind to. It's a new day. It's a good day. It's a great day. And we can wake up and we can make a choice on whether or not we're going to allow it to be a good day or if it's going to be a bad day, right? So, how are you feeling on a scale of 1 to 10? Where are you at? Are you in need of some of your coping skills? Or how are you feeling? Are you feeling unmotivated? Are you feeling low? Is your anxiety increased? Maybe you woke up feeling awesome. If so, that's great too. And use all of that. Whatever it is that you need to do, make sure that you're checking in with yourself every single day and doing what you can to either A, keep yourself feeling well, or B, help yourself to feel better. We always have to be working on ourselves. Even if we're feeling great, keep going. Keep the momentum going, okay? Do your daily check-in. So since it's Tips and Tools Tuesday, I thought we'd talk a little bit about DBT. What is DBT? Now, I'm not a DBT professional, and I don't ever want to be. We'll leave that up to the therapist. I believe, for instance, Lakeland Mental Health here in Alexandria has DBT classes, and there's lots of facilities around us that do DBT. So what does DBT stand for? Dialectical Behavioral Therapy. What does it teach you? It teaches you how to be mindful. It teaches you how to find your inner strength. It teaches you how to build meaningful relationships, interpersonal effectiveness. It teaches you to create daily peace, emotion regulation, maintain effective outcomes, and reduce suffering, distress tolerance. Now, I don't want to be, DBT sometimes can be used for certain diagnoses. For instance, I believe like any sort of personality disorder, maybe even bipolar disorder, is maybe some more common diagnoses that DBT is used to kind of help with, to help you maintain, like I said, emotion regulation, keeping balance, finding your inner strength. But truly, DBT isn't just for that population. DBT can be used for everybody, I think. There are so many great resources that we can all stay mindful of when we're talking about DBT and we're talking about coping skills. And there's so many great worksheets and so many different tools that they give you to think about, that truly we need to continue to share that because there is a lot of information. So one of the biggest things about DBT that they show you, so they show you a little circle like this, okay? Emotion mind, reasonable mind, and wise mind, okay? So we got emotion mind, reasonable mind, and wise mind. And what does that mean? We want to be in the middle ground, right? So DBT is teaching us to take every kind of situation emotionally, reasonably. We want to not be too rigid, but we don't want to be out of control with our emotions, and we want to find a middle path to continue to walk down so that we can manage our mental health, our relationships, and really just start to kind of be successful with our recovery. So we want to find that middle ground. What does that mean? So here's emotion mind, okay? If this sounds like something that you are always stuck in, we need to work on emotion regulation. Emotional mind is emotions control how you act and react the majority of the time. Your thoughts are all over the place and you can't focus. Your behavior and even your personality seems to change with your emotions. Overwhelmed by strong emotions, you get upset by your emotions, you have strong intuition and gut feelings, and lots of empathy and compassion. So emotional mind is not always necessarily a bad thing. It's just that you are extremely emotionally charged and it affects every aspect of your life, which, okay, however, again, it can get to the extreme and we need to come back to the middle. So let's talk about the other side. So that's emotional mind. That's being completely driven by our emotions, okay? That's not always a good thing. We got to find balance. So let's talk about the complete opposite side, which is reasonable mind. Rational thinking based on facts with no thought to anything else. You're rigid thinking. Here's the facts and that's it. Seeing situations from a removed point of view, kind of disassociating. Keeping eerily calm while dealing with problems most people would be upset by. Like, you're just rigid. You're just kind of like stone cold. Here's where we're at. We're reasonable mind. Seeing a situation from all sides, pros and cons, thinking about cause and effect, which is great. This is a great place to be too. However, we don't want to always be in that mind, right? We can't always be so rigid, just like emotion mind isn't bad, but we can't always be extremely emotional. This is where wise mind comes into play, that middle ground that we all have to find balance to walk down, because ultimately this is going to help us manage our mental health, like I said, manage our relationships, and really help us be successful in recovery. So here's wise mind. Making decisions from a place of both feeling and logic. Okay, so we're here and we're here. Feeling and logic. Feeling grounded. Okay, you feel stable. You're using your grounding techniques. You're right down that middle path. Incorporating your intuition. Examining automatic learned behaviors. Allowing for good boundaries. Doing what is from your highest or good of all levels. Doing what feels good from the big picture, and slowing down and resisting the urge to be impulsive. You're going to take a step back. You're going to use some of your emotions. You're going to use some of your reasonable mind, and we're going to meet in the middle, and we're just going to make decisions from a place of just being cool, calm, and collected. You know, you gathered all the facts. You thought about all your emotions. You thought about all this stuff over here, your rigidness, and you found a middle ground that makes you feel better inside. And truly, it's going to be easier to make decisions that way, and it's really going to help us to stay better. We're not going to fly off the handle, and we're not going to be down here like a rock where we're just always in that zone. Finding that middle ground is good, okay? So I like emotion mind and reasonable mind. It allows a person, again, you're approaching situations in a different way, and you're not going to fly off the handle. You're not going to be impulsive. You're not going to throw all your goals out the window. You're not going to throw your coping skills out the window. You're not going to ditch relationships. You're not going to whatever it may be. There's a whole list of things. And so by using our wise mind, we're just using ourselves, making decisions and doing things in a matter of control. Okay, so part of DBT is, again, we got some more little acronyms and some more things to go by. And again, it's kind of like HALT, okay? Hungry, angry, lonely, tired. The more of these we have in our mind and the more we practice them, our brain's just going to go there. And it's going to give us an opportunity to just be able to jump to those automatic thoughts of coping skills. We always think about HALT. Even the staff around here, we use HALT a lot. And I think it's something that you're always thinking of, and it's really engraved in your brain. And so these are more ways for you to engrave something in your brain for an automatic coping skill that's going to help us stay in our wise mind, make good decisions, and work on our recovery. So the very first one I think we've talked about before, but it's dear man. Okay, dear man is forgetting what you want. Okay, they say use dear man when you're working on getting what you want. You're going to describe. D is for describe the situation using facts. So D in dear man is describe. When you're having a conversation with somebody, you're going to describe something using facts, not assumptions, not things you think, but facts. Okay, the next one is E in dear. It's express your feelings and opinions in a positive manner. Remember, we're using I statements where we're talking about how you feel. The A in dear is assert by asking and saying no or no, saying no. I can't talk. But asking or saying no, asking questions, not feeling bad, reaching out for help. And again, being assertive is using those I statements. I feel, I think, I hope, I wish. When you start using you did this and you don't know how to do that and you're being this way, it makes people go on the attack. It makes people very defensive. So if you're trying to get something you want to express yourself and be assertive, but you don't want them to feel attacked, they're going to shut down and the whole situation goes awry. The R in dear is reinforce ahead of time by explaining consequences. We just got to reinforce things with yourself and for the person you're having a conversation with. Man, the M is mindful. Keep your focus. When you're having a conversation, don't see squirrels all over the place. Stay on topic. Focus. Keep your focus. The A is appear confident by tone and manner. Use your words. Use your voice. Be assertive. Remember, go back to expressing yourself, tone and manner. And N is for negotiate and be willing to give to get. Sometimes we can't be all in that rigid, reasonable mind. And we can't be all in this emotional mind. That makes us rigid too sometimes. We have to be right in the middle and use our wise mind, use our dear man skills for getting what we want. We have to describe and express and be mindful and negotiate. So the next time you're having a serious conversation with somebody, maybe you're going to have a conversation with your therapist. Maybe you're going to go talk to your psychiatrist. Maybe you're going to have a conversation with your arms worker, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your husband, wife, whatever it may be. Think of, dear man, using your tools to get what you want in a positive way and staying in your wise mind. Now, who can't use tools like this? I can. I know you can. This is just a great reminder. Think of, dear man, any important conversation that you are trying to get what you want, dear man. The next one is give. This is for keeping a relationship. This is for, give is an acronym for something that you're thinking about when you're working on a relationship or something that means something to you. G is for gentle. No attacks, threats, or judgments. When you have a meaningful person in your life and you're working to keep that relationship and to make it positive, think of give. Give. And the very first one is G is gentle. No attacks, no threats. You have to nurture it. You have to love it. You have to be kind to it. If you're always attacking them and you're always threatening them and you're always judging them, that's a very toxic relationship, and nobody's going to want to be around any of us if that's how we treat them. I and give is interested. Listen to the other person. Engage. Care. Follow along. Learn with them. But most importantly, be interested and just be involved. V is validate. Acknowledge person's feelings, wants, difficulties, and opinions. If you're trying to nurture a relationship, if you're trying to make it grow and be as strong and as beautiful as it can be, you have to validate that person's feelings. You may not understand, and it may not be something that you've ever felt or something that you get, but it does not matter what you think. This isn't always about you. This is about them and validating how they're feeling and just acknowledging their opinions and their difficulties. It doesn't mean you have to change how you think or how you act, but you can acknowledge how they feel. And E in give is easy manner. Use humor, smile, and ease. Any relationship that's positive in your life is worth nurturing and growing and loving and staying interested and acknowledging how they're feeling and having fun with them. And it should be easy and it should be simple and it should be fun and it should just work. If you ever find yourself in a relationship that's just constant, tense, anxious, stress, anger, attacking, whatever it may be, that is toxic. That is not okay. It's going to hurt your recovery, not help your recovery. Okay, so that was dear man. That's for getting what you want. Positive relationships. Give is keeping relationships positive in your life and nurturing them and loving them. Last but not least, we're going to talk about you, and that's fast. F-A-S-T. This is for keeping self-respect. F is fair to yourself and to others. You need to be fair to yourself. You need to be fair to others. If you treat somebody else with kindness, respect, and love, you also need to treat yourself with kindness, respect, and love. The A in fast is apologies. Okay, none of that. Quit apologizing for making mistakes and for being who you are. And for if you have such horrible self-esteem, we apologize for those things all the time. Stop doing that. Be who you are, embrace it, love yourself, and just allow yourself to continue to be who you are. Be unique, be creative, be funny, be silly. It's okay, but don't apologize. So that's the A. S is stick to your values. Don't sell out. Be clear on who you are, what you want, what you're all about. Okay? Stick to your values. And last but not least, in the T, truthful. Don't lie, act helpless, and exaggerate. Be truthful. Be authentic. Be who you are. Tell others how you're feeling, and always just share your thoughts and feelings. Don't hide it. Don't stuff it. We need to have self-respect. We need to stand up for what we believe in. We need to have boundaries, and we need to make sure that we're taking good care of ourselves. I could talk about this. I have way more worksheets left. And maybe we'll come back to that tomorrow. But this is great. Remember, emotional mind and reason mind and wise mind. Emotional mind is over here where we're always acting on emotions. And sometimes that's not bad, but we don't want to stay there. Reasonable mind is where we're just rigid. We're very rigid. It's always got to be black or white or right or wrong or this way, and that's okay, but we don't want to stay over there. We want to be right in the middle where we're using all of these different areas and we're taking a step back and we're really assessing the situation and we're acting out of really gathering all of the facts and then proceeding with that and using it as a way to be just not be impulsive and just to make good decisions based off of feelings and thoughts and whatever. And that's the perfect world right there in our wise mind. Remember, dear man, okay? Dear man, describe, express, assert, reinforce, mindful, appear confident, negotiate. When we're having a positive conversation with somebody and we want to get something out of it, we have to use special skills. Do not attack. Use your I statements. Express yourself. Stay in your wise mind, okay? Don't go over here to your emotional minds. Then that's going to get a little out of control. And don't stay rigid because that's going to get out of control too. We want to stay in the middle. When you're trying to keep a relationship, remember, give. Give, gentle, interested, validate, easy manner. We need to love it. We need to water it. We need to nurture it. We need to care for it, right? Fast. If you want to work on self-respect and taking care of yourself, which is number one, you need to be fair. Quit apologizing for who you are. Stick to your values and be truthful. Set your boundaries. If people don't like what's coming out of your mouth, well, that's just too bad because you know what? At least you're being truthful. You're being who you are. As long as you're being respectful, it's important to just be able to express yourself. So, dear man, give, fast, emotion mind, reasonable mind, wise mind, DBT. There's a little cram course in 20 minutes of what DBT is. Again, if this is something that you think would be helpful or even just some worksheets, reach out to your arms worker, reach out to your therapist. Again, the folks at Lakeland Mental Health, they have a whole group on this, but maybe at the very least you could reach out to them about some worksheets or me. I got this stuff too. I can send you a worksheet. But again, it's just filling up your toolbox with as many different things as you can. It's going to help you with all aspects, taking care of yourself and relationships and communication, socializing, whatever it may be. We are never, ever, ever done learning. If you stop learning, you're done growing and you're done living. And we're not. We have so many things to learn all of the time. There are tools and resources, sky's the limit out there that are going to help us be our best self. And that's what we need to focus on. Being responsible, be your best self, and really just try to capitalize on as much stuff as you can learn. So make it a great day. I know it's snowing. Don't look out the window. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. Call somebody. Tell them you love them. Whatever it may be. Drink your water. Eat your 3 meals a day. Shower. Put some clean clothes on. Organize. Sky's the limit. Again, you got hours in the day. Use it to the best of your ability. And I will see you tomorrow morning for Wellness Wednesday.